Hello, my friend. Thank you for making Silent Sales Machine Radio one of the most listened to marketing podcasts in the world. We've been bouncing around the top 10 charts thanks to your help in spreading the word far and wide. We are dedicated, as always, to bringing you just the good stuff. We are just getting started. Now here's your host, Jim Cockrum.
Hey, it's Jim. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again for another episode. Today I'm going to keep it really short, but powerful. I'm going to address what I believe very well could be the number one issue that's holding otherwise successful entrepreneurs back from succeeding on the internet. And you may be thinking you're the only one that does this, but trust me, you aren't. Tens of thousands, if not many, many more people are lured into the fast money opportunities that the internet has to offer, and they fall for shiny objects. Now, maybe you've heard this lesson in one fashion or another before, but today I'm going to tell you exactly how to discipline yourself, exactly how to distinguish the right ideas from the good ideas. There's one simple test. I've mentioned it before, but I wanted to put it in this mini episode and dive real deep into this tiny little topic that is extremely powerful. It deserves its own show. I think this is part of the reason that this podcast has rocketed to the top of the leaderboard on iTunes. We're right up there with the big boys. I don't have broadcasting experience. I don't have a lot of experience doing great presentations from stage. I don't have multiple best-selling books out there floating around the world. I'm not invited to be the keynote speaker at multiple events per year. You know, the kind of people who are doing these other shows at the top of iTunes, that's them. I'm different. I'm running my internet businesses with my partners, making money, having fun, teaching other people how to make money. I'm never the smartest guy in the room. I make a point of never being the smartest guy in the room because I want to be surrounded with other people who are doing cool, creative things. I'm here to learn, okay? But one observation I've made, and you can take this to the bank, and this is the reason that I made this mini episode, is almost all of us at some point or another have purchased training and products and courses and ebooks and membership websites that we just never really used. And then we blame ourselves. And what I want to do is help us all build a slightly better filter. You know, doesn't it stink to find out about 6 months in that the leader you thought you were following isn't who you're really following? They've moved on. They're doing something else now. That big, exciting project that they got you all hyped up about, that big, exciting launch. Well, now they're talking about something entirely different. They've moved on. And the dirty little secret of those big launches, I'll just fill you in a little bit on those. Maybe you don't know. You know, these big launches, you know, when your inbox fills up with 25 emails from different people all talking about the same product on the same day, you should be able to tell. If you've got any sensitivity at all to the way the world really works, you should know that is not something that you should be buying, right? I mean, come on. 25 people sound excited about the exact same thing on the exact same day. It's not just a coincidence. It's a big hype launch that's going to melt the support system of whoever actually made the product. It happens every time. They have to go out and hire 50 or 100 support staff to manage all these thousands of new customers that are buying their incredible thousands of dollar system. And then the support just isn't there. The results just aren't there. The success stories 6 months later are nowhere to be found. Well, sure, there's a handful of them, just enough to keep people excited. I've mentioned this before. It's kind of like playing the lottery. The reason people play the lottery is because those one or two success stories just keep them excited. They ignore the odds entirely. So these big, shiny, hype launch courses, these experts that have these great stories to tell, and it's so compelling in their free video content, Jim. Well, it was pretty convincing stuff. And I got some free tools too. Did you see that? Guys, the only metric you need to use in order to measure whether this is a decision you should be pursuing or not, if this is a course you should be pursuing, there's one simple test. One simple metric. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. And if your guru, expert, course, book, membership site, whatever, can't pass this simple test, don't waste your time and your money. Don't do it. It's a very, very simple test. And I've told it to you before, but I said I'm going to really zone in today on exactly what you should be doing before you consider purchasing a book or a course or a membership site, or goodness help us, some kind of big launch special from somebody. Here's exactly the test you need to use. You need to email the support team before you purchase And odds are they're not going to reply to this email. And there's your answer right there. But you email the support team before you purchase the course or the book or the membership site or the big hyped launch. And you say, I want to hang out in a community where your other successful students that you've already taught this stuff to are all hanging out together, talking about how profitable they are, how excited they are about these strategies, how much they've learned from you. I want to hear their stories. I want to see their stories. I'm not talking about the 6 or 7 that they post on the sales page. You know, the pretty pictures and the slick testimonials, the handful. If they do have testimonials on their sales page, I want to see dozens and dozens and dozens. Hundreds, ideally. Because if you're that good, Mr. Guru, with a mailing list of hundreds of thousands of people, shouldn't you have more than 5 or 6 testimonials for your big, cool product? And here's a dirty little secret, guys. The great ideas that work right now will still work 6 months from now or 8 months from now. You've heard me say these things before, but I really want to drive this point home. We are wasting a lot of time, attention, and energy, emotional energy, following gurus and experts who, sure, they can make a lot of money. I mean, some of these guys have impressive houses, multiple cars, boats, extravagant lifestyles. But the vast majority of the money that they have, and we all know this is true, is made by convincing other people that they can do what the guru has done, by teaching other people how to build big, bright, shiny launch sales pages. Never mind the content. It's all about the big, shiny launch. I mean, did you know that half of all of the big, shiny launches, you know, those products that are promoted for thousands of dollars, half the money is going to the affiliates who are promoting the product. That's why these people who have never used it, never touched it, never looked at it before get so excited and are willing to promote it because they know they're going to get half. It's not anything that we've ever done to launch any of our courses before. We've never had a course launch out for multiple thousands of dollars. I've never had one of those courses launch where I've made all the free videos and then invited all the big gurus with all their big mailing lists to promote it. Now, sure, maybe there's some decent stuff in the mix. But if there is, I haven't seen it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe there was a launch that sold to thousands of people for thousands of dollars, and it actually worked for, I'll give them hundreds of people, I'd be impressed. Hundreds of really incredible, awesome success stories where people were making money from the concept 2, 3, 4 years later, built incredible businesses. Maybe it's out there and I just missed it. But you see what happens around here is every time one of those big launches goes down, it's just so predictable. The newbies come like moths to a flame. They'll ask questions in our community. Hey, Jim, are you going to promote this? Are you guys going to get behind this? And I'll say things like, well, maybe 6 months from now. It's kind of a new concept. I need some time to check it out. Oh, but the launch is right now and it ends in 3 days and the special happens right now. You got to act. You got to act before Tuesday at noon or it's all over. You'll never have this chance again. I say, well,